Hey guys, welcome back for another video. So today I'm going to be installing a jamb extension on an exterior door. So I've got this door that I just have basically sitting in the hole right now, and I'll pull it out here in a second. But this door, you can see from this side, is actually in a 2x6, has 2x6 framing. So this is a standard 4-inch door. So the problem that causes is the door jamb doesn't come out flush with the framing, and especially won't come out flush with the drywall, which is what I want. I guess maybe you can see a little better on this side. So right now we are about 2 inches, if you can see that. I got 2 inches from the current door jamb out to the edge of my drywall, which is where I really want this jamb to end up coming out to. So the way to deal with that is to install a jamb extension. Done this many times with interior doors. Interior doors are pretty simple. You can just take some 3/4 inch material, rip it down to the width that you need, and you're good to go. On an exterior door, it's a little trickier because in order to have it right, you actually need to have a threshold extension like this one. Otherwise, you can get your jamb out, the wood part, but if the metal part, the aluminum threshold, is too short, it's not going to be right. So thought I would just kind of show you what I'm going to do to get this door fixed, and then we'll get it fit in the hole properly. So something that I should mention, so they make different widths of jamb extensions. So here with the door out, you can see, so I've got a 2x6, which is 5.5 inches. I've got 1/2 inch OSB, which I'm going over the top of, and then I've got my 1/2 inch drywall. So basically that's like, roughly 6.5 inches is what I'm trying to get to. So this jamb extension that I'm going to use, as you can see here, so it says extends, I don't know if that's focused for you, extends a 4 9/16 door to 6 9/16. So that's what I need for this particular application. I've got another one here that goes to 6 13/16. And then I think they also make one that's for like 5.5 inches, something like that. So to get the right one, just make sure you measure your wall to figure out what your distance needs to be, your total width, and purchase based on that. These are this is a Mastercraft door, so I got Mastercraft jamb extensions. I'd say it's probably pretty important that you get one that matches, because the wood part's not a big deal, but the aluminum threshold, what's going to end up happening is it's actually going to hook into this groove that's here, and I don't know, I'm guessing probably a lot of these doors are similar, but to make sure that it fits right, fits properly, I would definitely try to get the the same branded jamb extension to fit your door. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is remove the existing brick mold. I'm just going to take a block of wood and a hammer, and we'll just kind of take our time and tap it up off the door frame. So now I'm just going to go around and clean up this door jamb, pull any of the existing nails, see if you can do it with a hammer. If you can't get them out with a hammer because they are small finished nails, you might have to use a vice grips or something and roll them out. So the next step is we need to get the threshold extension cut to length. So this, I suppose maybe different door manufacturers are different. This particular door with these Mastercrafts the extension kits that you buy are all for 36-inch doors. So if you happen to have a 36-inch door, great, you don't have to do this step. In my case, I have a 32-inch door, so what I need to do is cut down the threshold extension. So I'm just going to set it in place here and make a little mark and get this cut down so it's 32 inches. Once you have your sill extension cut, so we're just going to take this groove here and the sill extension, and it fits in the front of that door sill there. And there's a little, let's see if I can show you this. Right here, so you can see we've inserted it. And at the bottom here, there's a little clip. Actually, let me show you from the other side. Maybe the light's better. Might be able to see this side a little bit better. So we just insert it into the groove, and then there's a little catch on the extension, and that's going to come down and it's going to clip under this and hold it in place. All right, now we're going to go ahead and apply the actual jamb extensions, and these are specific to the side. So you want to look to see they're dadoed out. So the one that has just the square dado goes on the top. You can see the one on the bottom is actually angled, and that's made to fit the threshold down there. So there's lots of different ways that you can install these. You could just use basic finish nails, one way to do it. You can use a nail gun, which actually I probably would have done, but I don't have any long enough nails with me today, so this would be the quickest way just to bang them in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use these trim screws. Actually, a big fan of these trim screws. Real small diameter, and they'll sink in there, and a little caulk over the top, and you'll never know they're there. So that's what I'm going to use. So to get these applied, I'm going to first just line up this jamb extension with the one below it. This one, it has a bead, and that bead goes against the original door, creates kind of a finished edge. I'm going to take a couple of clamps, throw them on here just to keep everything from moving. And then because I'm using screws, I'm going to pre-drill. And actually, if you're using finish nails, I'd recommend pre-drilling too, just to make sure you don't split your new jamb extension. That would be very frustrating. Before I go ahead and attach the legs, I'm going to get this header extension cut. So just, obviously I've got both sides laid out. Take a measurement, and in this case it's exactly 32 inches is what I need that header piece to be. Before I actually attach the jamb extensions, I want to get some glue in between the original jamb and the new extension. So a couple ways you can do this. Some good construction adhesive would actually be a great way to do that. I'm just going to use wood glue. In my case, this is actually a door coming from an interior porch into a kitchen, so it's not even going to be anywhere in the exterior. I think even for exterior, wood glue would probably be fine too, actually. Wood glue makes a really strong connection. Lay a nice bead in there. So now I'll just take my finished screws, get a couple started. And I'll just kind of use my finger as a guide and make sure the extension is lined up perfectly with the original jamb, and then go ahead and screw it home. And I'll just go all the way around and do the legs as well. Make sure you do a check to see if you have any glue or caulk that might have squeezed out through that joint, and if you do, clean that up. Easy to clean up now, difficult after it sets up. So the next step now is to reinstall the trim or the casing. And as you can see, when I took it off, I tried to keep it together just to make it a little bit easier to reinstall. If your legs and head casing came apart, not a big deal. So basically, I'm just going to work my way around here and get a consistent reveal. The bottom of your casing will go up to the sides of your extension threshold that you put on the bottom. And the way this should line up, I'll show you. It's probably the place to start, so this lines up correctly. So your casing down here in the bottoms goes to the side of your extension that you put on, and then we're just going to line it up so it's flush with the bottom of the door, like that. So if we start there, and on this side, then that should carry all the way around and give us a nice consistent reveal all the way around the door. You might want to check and see if you have any stickers on the outside. I just noticed I have a sticker. I'm going to pull that off before I pin it in there. It'll look better for painting. Now here again, you've got options as far as how you want to fasten your casing on the door. I'm going to use a nail gun just because it's the quickest and easiest. You can easily use regular finish nails here if that's what you have. But I'm just going to take my time and work around the door. Get the bottom set. And I'll come up to the top just to check my reveal, make sure it's consistent from top to bottom. All right, that's pretty much it. I'm going to go ahead and stick it in the hole and see how it fits. All right, it's in the opening. Let's see how well it lines up here. Coming off the drywall. I don't know if you can see that very well. So drywall, I don't have it nailed in yet. Once that gets nailed in, perfect fit. I just have to fill in this little patch of drywall here, and we'll be nice and flush. It'll be a good finish. I'll give you a quick look at the back side or front side, whatever side you want to call it. So see how the brick mold fits up nice and tight to the exterior wall. Our threshold extension lays out on our flooring here nice. Fits good. Got a good flush fit to the drywall. Once that's nailed in there tight, that'll come across nice and flush, and got a good installation. So there you go, guys. Hopefully you found that helpful. If you did, do me a favor, hit the like button. If you're interested in seeing home improvement videos like this, subscribe to my channel. I'm putting lots of them out all the time, and we'll see you in the next video.